If your wallet's thin and you're always broke, and your credit score's just a cruel joke, don't worry, friend, don't lose your chill. We're here to help with some knowledge and skill.
Hey, everybody. Christy Armstrong, the fabulous flying CPA. And I'm here today on All About Money to talk about what do you want to be when you grow up? So I think a lot of us have ideas of what we want to do. When I first went to college at 16, I wanted to be a physical therapist. And as you can see, I'm not. So before I even took my first class, I changed my mind, because when you're young, it's really hard to make that commitment. Like that's kind of scary. I'm going to commit to doing this for the rest of my life. It doesn't have to be that way. I've changed careers 3 times in my life, and I'm happy with the one I'm in now. But I'm going to tell anybody who is starting out for the first time that one really important consideration is money, because you need to pick something where you're going to be able to support yourself, and you can't depend on your parents for the rest of your life. So I did a little research, and I'm comparing a couple careers today. So let's say you want to be a doctor. I mean, we all think, oh, doctors make a lot of money. It costs a lot to become a doctor, and it's a huge time commitment. It's 8 years of school. The cost of education for undergrad is $200. To go to Yale, which of course you would want to if you're going to be a doctor, right? $443,000. The top salary, for a specialist, for a plastic surgeon, is $576,000. So you think, hey, that's not bad. The return on an investment of $643,000 over $576,000, making that for the next 20, 30 years, that's pretty darn good. A median salary for a non-specialist is $265,000. That investment doesn't look so great, because I don't know about you, but I don't have a money tree in my backyard. I don't have $643,000 sitting around waiting for me to spend on school. So you're going to have to take student loans, 8%. If you borrowed $500,000, that's, like $6,000 a month payment. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's way more than a house payment. Well, depending on the house. Now, let's say you want to be a pilot, because that would be really fun. It is fun flying.
Okay, says the pilot, by the way.
Says the pilot,
yep.
Now, I'm not a pilot professionally.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to get paid to take people flying, but I would let you buy me lunch. So I'll pay for the flight, and I'm going to eat lobster. So a pilot is 4 to 6 years of a commitment, but that includes most pilots on the commercial pilot track go to work at a flight school or work at a small airline to gain the 1,500 hours they need. So you get paid part of that time. Now, flight school from start to ATP, air traffic pilot, or air transport pilot, is about $117,000. Now, the top salary for a pilot is $400,000 or more. Median salary is $126,000. So a little bit less than a doctor, but way less commitment, both financially and time. And I don't know about you, but I think flying is way more fun than operating on people. I'm not a big fan of blood and guts.
I personally wouldn't do either of those two things as my choice, but I agree that I think flying is more. Either way, you got people's lives in your hands, though.
True.
True. That's
They're
a lot of
both
responsibility.
Really important jobs.
They are. You need to be serious to do either of those things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the other two careers I compared, it's a joke when people are talking about college and they make fun of this career, art history. And it's really not, we need art historians. Don't get me wrong. But, that's a 4-year degree. If you want to go to the most prestigious school, Columbia University, for art history, that can cost between $375,000 and $500,000. $500,000.
Wow.
The top salary is $83,000. That's pretty much the most you're going to make being an art historian. So how are you going to pay back a $500,000 loan I mean, your after tax money for 83 grand is like $5,300 a month. If you've got a $6,000 loan payment, the math doesn't work. So
That math is not mathing, as the
No.
kids say these days.
And you could go to a really nice school that's not as prestigious. You could go to the Art Institute of Chicago, where I'm from, Illinois. And that's still 300 grand though. So the median salary is 47 grand a month. Now let's look at going to trade school, because we really need repair people.
Oh,
Do you know how hard it is to get an electrician to come to your house? So if you went to trade school to be an electrician, it's 18 months to go to trade school. You still have to be an apprentice for a period of time to earn your master electrician license, but you get paid for that part. So you don't even have to go to trade school. You can just do 4 to 5 years as an apprentice. But trade school is 15 grand. Now that I could pick off my money tree in the backyard. Most parents
I'm coming
could
over later, by the way.
probably afford that. And an apprentice gets paid, minimum wage 15 an hour up to 25 an hour. It takes a little longer when you go the apprenticeship route, but electricians are at a premium. There's a guy that I know that I'm his accountant. He has one person working for him. He's looking to hire someone else, and it's really hard to find anybody. So they're in high demand, and top salary, the same as the art historian, 83 grand. But look at the less commitment and the expense. So, and the median salary for an electrician is 60 grand. Now that's if you're working for someone else. Now, if you're entrepreneurial, which a lot of us are, you own your own electrical company, the sky's the limit. You can make a lot more money.
Yep. And the world needs more electricians. I have said many times on this channel for various different things that all of the people that I went to school with and I just had a reunion, a 20-year reunion, all of the people that I went to school with that went to college and got fancy degrees in a bunch of things are, for the most part, the ones struggling more so than the ones that started a roofing company, started an electrician, became an electrician, and then started their own company, plumbers, all of these things. Like those people that I know that are my age, late 30s, are the ones building their brand new houses that are their second or third homes. They're the ones that are going on all of the nice vacations. They're the ones doing all of these things. They don't have the debt, the level of debt that, I mean, and by the way, I'm one of those art history people. Like even worse, Christy, I went to school for acting. Went to school for acting in New York City to a conservatory that didn't even give me a degree. There was no degree. It was $60,000 a year. It was $60,000 a year in 2006-07 for a certificate of attendance that said that you completed the art, the acting degree, not a degree, I should say. So,
and what have we seen you in, Ben?
Moving on.
Okay.
Listen, did I learn valuable skills that I take with me to this job and
Yes.
all of those things? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do I curse every time I have a student loan payment still 20 years later? Yes. Absolutely. Hate it. Why am I paying on a student loan for something that I should have never done? So
in all fairness, Ben.
Yeah.
My 16, 18, 20-year-old self, it didn't matter what you told me.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't listen because I knew everything. My 10-year-old granddaughter knows everything. I have to remember that when she tries arguing with me about something. She'll ask me a question, and then I'll give her the answer. And she goes, "That's not right, Grandma." And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot. You know everything. I'm not going to argue with you."
Yep. Yep. What's crazy is that, and by the way, college is still great for some people making some decisions. If you did the math on all of that stuff and you really want to be a doctor, that's the route that you go. That's like, there are people that have dreams but you want to know what you're looking at. You want to know what's ahead for yourself. It is what it is, and you need to be educated. And that's what this entire show is about, because I tell you what, nobody told me about interest on loans and how long you'd be paying off. The fact that you could pay off, like the fact that you can get like a $30,000 loan for school, right? Say it's not even paying for everything. You get a $30,000 loan for school, but because you're paying just the interest on it, you can pay that thing for 30 years and pay $90,000 on it, $120,000 on it, and so much more. And the school prices have only gotten crazier since I went to school in 2006. So it is nuts. And sometimes it's really important and sometimes it's not at all.
Well, like I said, if your parents have a money tree in the backyard, go for it. But it's really important when you're choosing a career, you have to have an idea how much it costs to live. Here in this area, it's pretty much to live comfortably, take a nice vacation. It's 75 to 100 grand a year. So if you're picking something that you're not going to make that, you're destined to be in poverty. And who wants that?
Yep.
So that was kind of a depressing
No,
show.
you know what though? Because there are ways to. One of the things that I will boost this. This is why you want me to talk, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I will boost this up out of that depression for a second by how Christy started this show. Which is, Christy, how many careers are you on now?
I'm on my third career.
Which means what? You can change your
mind and you can change your destiny at any point in time. You can start your day over any time of day.
As many times as you want.
As many times as you want.
It's your day.
Yep, it's your day. So with that, I'm just going to leave you with, tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went.